I'll be showing you today how to get this effect on your power sword. These are the colors you're going to need. So here's the paints on our palette. There's our model set up in my little tripod stand. It's the best I got. We're going to go from silver, and we're going to base coat this black with Abaddon black here to get us to a level so we have just an easy, like if you spray paint Chaos black or you just start black. We're going to mix a little Rhinox hide in with the corn red. We're looking to make like a burnt red color, like a really dark burnt red. There we go. There's our color. We're going to put that on the whole thing. Once it's all base coated, we're going to make our first glaze. We're going to use the Mephiston red. We're going to turn it into a glaze by adding some water to it. I'm going about 1-to-1 here, water per paint, because I already have it on a wet palette. When it comes off like that, you know it's good. So you're going to kind of glaze it on like this. Just kind of work it up from the dark parts to where you want it to be lightest. It's going to take a couple passes to get the luminosity that you're going to want. Here you go. Just keep passing it up. And you'll see I'm working in here. It's still just that Mephiston red, and I'm getting it up to a good center now. Added a little bit more Mephiston red to this, so this glaze is a little thicker, because I wanted more of a pronounced red in the center, and I'm just kind of stippling it on. Also decided I wanted the tip bright. You can change things up while you're painting. So there you go. Gonna keep working that up, working the blend in from the dark areas. So as you see here, I'm moving my brush from the dark area to the light area. I realize I need some Uriel yellow here. The reason that you move your brush from the light area to the dark area to light area is because the paint deposits where you lift your brush. Mixing the Uriel here, and I'm going to mix it with the Mephiston red to make a hot orange. Now don't worry, this blade will still read red, but we want a little bit of hot orange to really push that. I'm going to turn it into a glaze again, get most of the liquid off on my brush. It's kind of, I mean, you can be sloppy on it. It's supposed to be a glowing red sword. Most things in life don't look extremely perfect, you know? They're always a little bit random. So you let that dry on there, adding a little bit more, working it in from the dark just to get that blend up. I like my blends a little smooth. Still working it up. See, it took me 3 to get to a nice bright color. Now, we're going to work some more yellow in. There's the red. You can stop there if you want, if you're happy with just a red blade. All I did was I outlined the outside with that Mephiston red. I did just an edge highlight of the whole blade. And that's where that red came from. So I decided I want to go brighter here. I got a little trick. I'm going to make a brighter orange yellow. Unfortunately, this step was a little bit out of focus. But you can still see what I'm doing, so I kept it in here because, again, I'm just pulling the paint from the dark area towards the light and letting it deposit where I want it to be brightest. Yeah, my janky my janky rig there is pretty crap. Now I'm making a full Uriel yellow glaze. It's just Uriel yellow. And I'm going to stipple on some real, like, hot highlights to make it look like this is where the blade is really glowing. Nice work there, Gohan. She really likes her bunny book when you make her turtle go hop hop. Okay, I'm going to take the white here, which is an off-white. It's pale sand, and as you see there, I used it to edge highlight. Now, I'm going to make a new glaze. I'm going to put extra water in it so it's really thin with that Mephiston red. Get most of it off and use it like a filter. It's going to turn that off-white back into a red so that the blade reads red again. And it's going to darken down those yellow and orange highlights again to make the blade read more red. And there you go. So now we're going to add the final bit to sell it, the little realism touch, the scratches. Make sure your paint's coming off your brush nice. There you go. You want it to be sharp, and bam. We're just going to hit it with a couple real quick little, they don't have to be, you want to make them small and thin, but they don't have to be pretty. And then here I'm just stippling on the edge because I want to have a little nicks and scratches on the edge. I go across the high type of the sword because, I mean, look, it's the high spot on the sword. It's going to have a couple nicks on it, right? Then I'm going to go in and I edge highlight the bottom of all those nicks, just the bottom, with a bright yellow orange. And I don't use yellow because I want it to read red. And here's what that looks like.